Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox with the review for Love and Hip Hop New York Season 4, The Reunion Part 2. So, I guess I should say Happy Valentine's Day to everybody since that's what day it is. It is Friday and I am violating my own 3-day rule on reviews of reality shows because, you guys, this week has been the craziest. I don't even really, I'm so tired of hearing my own self talk about this damn winter storm out here in Atlanta. I don't even feel like getting into it, but I will just let you know that a bitch ain't had no damn power for 2 days, okay? And when I tell you, you ain't never been this kind of cold, it was terrible. I'm not even gonna get into it, but it was like 40 degrees in my house. Fucking freezing. We were iced in. We couldn't even get out to go to a hotel. It was just I was just like, you could see your breath in the air. It was so cold. And I swear I must have been the only one that was that cold because everybody else, if they was under the covers for whatever reason, they was okay. I was fucking freezing. My feet, oh my God, they felt like popsicles. I just really thought that I was about to go on up to glory and meet my mama and my brother at the gates, y'all. So, yeah, we finally got power yesterday afternoon. It was just, so I was really not doing no video, but I knew that I needed to do one for Love and Hip Hop New York because I had already promised that I would. So I'm doing it today. It's Friday. I don't have no makeup on. I put a little nude lip gloss on for you, just trying to jazz it up a little bit. But yeah, the hair ain't really right and no makeup. And y'all see me without it before. It's okay. But anyway, we're going to just do a real short, quick review on the reunion because it's not really much to talk about. It started off where it ended, which was with Amina and Peter and Tara on stage. And Monique with her. Listen, y'all. I'm about sick of Monique. I don't think that I can stomach her on. I hope they don't have her for Love and Hip Hop ATL because the level of foolishness that's on ATL's reunions shows is Monique is not the person for it. She's too grave and too, everything. She gotta be with her sisters and my good brother and, can we talk and let us pray, and that shit ain't gonna fly on the ATL. So I really hope Mona doesn't have her. I like Mona, I like Monique and everything, but yeah, I just don't think that she's a perfect fit for this anymore. But anyway, you guys know at the end of last show she had asked Amina, was she afraid that she would become Tara in 12 years? Yeah, Amina had this real soft kind of dejected voice. She was just like, well, it's just that he's already treating me like that. I'm already her. And I was just like, oh. What is this voice? Maybe this was her sympathetic voice, but I did kind of feel sorry for Amina. She went on to tell us how, after she watched herself over the season, how stupid she looked, how he made her look stupid. I would be willing to say that she made her own self look stupid as well. And, she's just not that dumb, okay? And she just feels bad that she's let him treat her this way all this time. And the whole time that she's sitting up there talking, Peter's really looking ashamed. He's kind of sinking into the couch, and kind of Tara's over on the other side. It was just a really sad moment. I did get a little annoyed with Tara, but then I had to go on and let her, have it. Okay, let her have this moment because, the fact of the matter is Tara lost her man to another woman. And, she deserves to feel some kind of way about it. She was with him for 12 years. She was never able to get a ring out of him. And he married somebody else. Okay, so, I guess, yeah, I would feel a little salty. She was kind of trying to have that above it all quality. And I think that's a quality that kind of rubs some people the wrong way because it kind of, I don't really know. It just always seems like she's preaching to somebody. And it's just like, girl, you ain't got to act like you super duper strong all the damn time. Fuck, you molded, okay? You lost your man. So, we have the big moment when Amina says that, she has something to say to her husband. And she goes on to pull her little pregnancy test out of her dress and says that, she's pregnant and ain't nothing fake about that. Peter kind of walks off and everybody is all shocked and like, oh, now I don't know if the girl is still pregnant. I haven't seen her out in public, other than, you know, on the blogs they were trying to say that she was in the Medicaid office trying to get some welfare, you know, hospital care, which they both came out later and said that wasn't true. But she didn't look pregnant on the pictures. However, we couldn't really tell in her stomach. But I haven't seen her anywhere else. I haven't seen pictures of her on the blog or any of that. So I really don't know if she is or is not pregnant. That was the big shocker moment for them. Peter walks off. You know, he's all just outdone. And, you know, once he walks off, they can't quite get him back on stage. You know, Monique is like, oh, you know, sister, so are you going to stay with this man now that you know that you're pregnant? And, you know, Amina's just like,
well, that's the whole thing. Like, I did not know that, you know, I had just made the decision to leave him and literally found out 2 days later that I was pregnant, you know, and I didn't really know, you know, for me to be by myself. And
I was just like, girl, now you mean to tell me, like, 2 days after you had decided that you was gonna leave him, that you found out you was pregnant? I mean, I guess it could be true. It could be true that it worked out that way, but it would be very, very just coincidental, right? Girl, you wasn't going nowhere. Who you think you fooling? But you know what? That's fine. If she's got something else to consider. She's got a baby to consider. And, you know, nobody really wants to raise a kid by themselves. But, you know, I don't know. So, Peter decides that he wants to come on back to the stage, but only if Amina's gone and he can talk to Tara one-on-one. So, you know, they get Amina off the stage. You know, Amina's all upset. Like, no, fuck this. This is crazy. I want to see what he's going to say. I'm going to see it anyway. I'm going to see it anyway. You know. So I guess they let her watch. He doesn't say anything that he hasn't really said before, but he does publicly apologize to Tara, tells her how, you know, he got on this show and signed them on basically and all their drama because, you know, they needed the money, and he was hoping that this would help them all financially, you know, help support his kids. All of that. He was not in it trying to hurt anybody. He definitely didn't mean to embarrass Tara. I don't really know how he didn't think that it wouldn't. Maybe he didn't think that the public the backlash would be quite so fevered and high pitched, you know. So maybe he didn't know that he would turn out to be this hated person, even though I'm thinking everybody is starting to like him a lot. But, you know, whatever. He's crying. He seems very, very true. You know, I already told you guys how I feel about Peter. It's just something about him that makes me just not hate him. He said he's getting too old. He's too old for this shit, which he is. Fuck, everybody is really too old. After you get past 30, you know what, it's time to start doing shit a little differently. So he does it. He says he's sorry. He's going to remove himself from Tara's life, and he walks off stage, you know. And then when Monique asked Tara how does she feel, she was just like, I feel sorry for him, you know, that he's, you know, hasn't lived his life where he can be a better person or something like that. I was just like, ugh. I said I was going to give her a pass, right? So that was pretty much it with them. Like I said, it was a sad part of the show and didn't make me feel any kind of way happy or anything. It was just heavy and sad and depressing for all three of them, really. Now, the next part was the part with Rashida and Tahiry. And to me, I don't even really understand why Rashida's so fucking vested in, you know, the persona and the public image of Tahiry. It's just like, fuck, if she wants to show her ass, if this is what she chose to do as her career, or whatever, okay? What the fuck is you so goddamn worried about it for? Is what I'm trying to figure out, okay? It really got on my nerves that Monique seemed to have the shit all twisted, and she was just saying how it seemed like this sister here was saying something very relevant about your choices that you make in your life and what you do. And I was just like, Monique, girl, shut up, girl. Because that is not what the fuck is going on here, okay? Rashida is almost hating. Okay, almost kind of hating on Tahiry. And you guys know that I don't really like to use that word too much, hating. But what else is the reason? I understand that if you feel your friend is making choices that are not the best for them. But damn, at some point, it's their fucking life. Everybody is grown and they do whatever the hell they want to do. So why is it, Rashida, that you feel like, you know, she shouldn't be doing this? And then for her to say, you know, she doesn't feel good about herself, she doesn't feel pretty, and the only way she can get attention from men is to show her ass. I was just like, oh, really? That that whole little scene to me was crazy. And then how Rashida tried to, go off on Joe Budden. I can't stand when women, say shit like that to other guys. It's just like, girl, why are you feeling like you even want to fight another man? Okay? I mean, although she said that she got people that will dead him. I was just like, girl, you don't go somewhere with this candy corn air. Then we have Erica Jean and Saigon. And y'all, I'm going to just tell you right now, I just don't know what to say about these two now. We already know that at the end of the season that I thought Erica Jean and Saigon was okay. Okay, she moved in with him, and she left from her dad's house and moved in with him, and they seem to be trying to work it out. Now I don't really know what happened in between the end of the show and the damn reunion. Y'all, that Saigon is crazy. Okay, he gives off such a the whole feeling that he is a woman beater. I don't want to put this on brother man, but I will bet my last dollar that he is, at least choked out one bitch in his life, okay? Because he is just so unpredictable. Like, he's yelling at her, he's talking about her, he's saying that he don't trust her, that he only talked to her 3 times while she was pregnant, that he never actually saw her pregnant, she wouldn't let him come to the birth of the baby. He said that she told him that the baby could be somebody else's, or that this other guy would take care of the baby. It's just all kind of drama. What it boils down to is that people should not have babies just on a discussion and a fucking whim, okay? You go get you a fucking gallon of Hennessy and you get drunk and decide to start a family. That ain't really the right way to make it happen. I just don't really understand these two, okay? She said that she knew what she was doing when they decided to have a baby, but they weren't really together. It's just like, what the fuck? See, this is what happened. You totally did not know that this nigga was crazy until after you had this baby, and now you stuck with his ass for 18 years. He's yelling at her. He tells her to shut up when he asks her a question. He's asking her a question, and then he's telling her don't lie. He don't give her a chance to say nothing. Okay, Monique is telling him, you talk to her any old kind of way. How would you feel if this is how a man treated your mother? And he said he would slap fire and water and ice and earth, wind, and fire out of the person, and not if they treated his mom that way. But we already know that his dad treated his mom bad. He said that's what he's seen in his past, right? So I don't even know. I mean, even if, to me, Saigon is crazy, and certifiably so. I'm not even saying that just like, how you just say, oh, that nigga crazy. No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying that the Negro is crazy. Like, he needs to go get some fucking medication from the damn doctor and have 2 weekly visits to the psychotherapist. Okay, that's what I'm saying about Saigon. I just don't like... Did you guys think that the nigga... Do you get any stability from Saigon mentally? Do you think that he has it? Because I don't think that is in Saigon. He just loony. And I feel sorry for Erica Jean, because she having to deal with a fool like that who's so irrational, somebody who you cannot even talk to, someone who cannot express themselves without yelling and screaming and threatening and making you feel afraid. And that's just not anybody that I would have wanted to have a kid with. So I feel sorry for Erica Jean, that she has to deal with him. I have a feeling that them two will not be back on the show, because their story is so crazy. I don't know. I just hope that they don't come back. Then we get to talking about Rich and Yandy and their business, together. Like I said, Yandy doesn't really have a storyline. They pinned this business on her with Rich, and I guess that was to kind of keep her relevant on the show, and then the business didn't do shit. Okay, Yandy was not impressed with the work that Rich did, because Rich had all this other shit going on in his personal life between Peter and Amina, as well as the shit with Sin and Erica. So, Yandy was just kind of feeling like, he didn't have his focus together, and he wasn't bringing it to the business. Well, of course, Richie Dollars over there. Richie Dollars is gonna do what Richie Dollars do. Richie Dollars has had 3 hits in the last 3 years. Richie Dollars made a lot of money. Richie Dollars is gonna continue to do so with his corny ass. I was just like, first of all, what are the hits? Somebody tell me what's the damn 3 top 10 hits, because nobody ever brought that out. I mean, it just seems like if he has had these hits that he's talked about, that we would have known about it. Okay, it seems like they would have made it a point to say so on the show, to lend some credibility to the fact that, you know, Richie Dollars does what he's supposed to do, even though he has all this other shit going on in his life. So yeah, I want somebody else. I'm not saying the man ain't did it. I'm just saying if he has, and if anybody knows what the damn 3 songs are, please leave it below. That's all I want to know. I don't know if Rich and Yandy are going to keep this business together. Yandy did say that she felt kind of bad about saying that she would not help Amina. You know, she felt like she is a talent, even though on the show she felt like she doesn't command a room, and you know, that she doesn't have a presence. But Yandy did admit that, you know, shit got personal. You know, she's a friend of Tara's, and she just didn't want to, you know, be feeling like she was helping the enemy of Tara in her business. I mean, that part makes sense. But Yandy does say that, you know, she wouldn't be so quick to turn her away, and that, you know, she'd be willing to help her because she is a woman and she likes to see women win. Okay, maybe you might need to get with her, okay, because the girl is talented and you ain't got shit going on with that business. Okay, so unless she does, somebody out there can let me know if she does. But as of now, I don't really know of nothing that Yandy is doing on as far as her business label, record label with Rich Dollars. But and then finally we get on back to this shit with Rich Dollars, Erica, Mina, and Sin. I'm tired of talking about it. It's just dramatics. Okay, Erica tells us that she don't love Rich anymore because she invested all of her feelings in him when he didn't love her back. She was doing all this, you know, he was going back behind her back and talking about her and making her seem like she was just so terrible to Peter Guns and other people, and she just doesn't love him anymore. She feels bad that she took Sin through all of this. You know, she realized that she was in a transition when she got with Sin. But Sin makes her feel so good, and, you know, makes her a better person and all of that. Richie was real hurt when she said she didn't love him no more. You know, nigga eyes got a little watery. He's looking off over here the whole entire time. You know, everybody over here talking. He over there. And he says that, you know, it's not true, that she can't blame him for, you know, shit that's happened. Whatever, y'all. I'm just tired. I don't really feel like Rich Dollars loves her. I don't feel like he's in love with her. I feel like he feels threatened, like I feel a lot of men and women do when they see that somebody that's, you know, been chasing after them so long is about to move on to somebody else. Then everybody kind of gets, you know, all of a sudden act like they want to be with that person, but it's not genuine to me. I'm sure they'll be back on next season, and all this dramatics will continue on next season, and we'll see what happens with them. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm so sick of Erica, Mina, and Rich Dollars. I want Erica to go on and be with Sin. The girl seems to love Erica. She says she will always be in her corner. If she's going to just work with Rich, then just work with him. But if you love him and you want to be with him, then fuck be with him. Don't have me over here off to the side, and, you know, when you want to be with me, then want to be with me, but then you over there with him and you sitting on his lap and kissing him and fucking him in the studio and doing all this other stuff. Okay, so just make up your mind is basically what Sin is saying. Hoping that Erica sticks with Sin, because the girl seems to be genuine. The girl seems to love her. And I think that, you know, that she's a good person for Erica. But y'all, that's it. That is the show in a nutshell. And not really sure if I'm doing top of the blogs this week. It is just, you know, it's Valentine's Day. I got a lot of stuff to do today. I sure appreciate y'all being patient with me when I ain't got no makeup on. I ain't got no jewelry on. I'll put some earrings on for you. Alright, you guys, so that's it. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Basketball Wives LA starts next week, and I will be so far reviewing that show. Alright, so you ain't gotta ask, because I just said it. I hope that you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.